Hello, good evening. Welcome to the channel Software Data Boss. This channel is for to learning software development and data science and computing. So, if you are a student just in a say third year or final year of engineering, this channel is very valuable for you. If you can get lot of knowledge and implement and get a job in a good tech company. If you want to switch, if you are from non computer science background, if you want to switch to data science or machine learning, then you can find a valuable information through this channel. So you can subscribe to Software Data Boss. Now I'm starting with the Python very basic. Python. Python is a tool or data science tool. Yes, it's a programming language that you'll be starting anything you want to do in data science. You have to start from Python. Of course, Python is used for software engineering also. So we'll look Python from both the perspective, from software engineering also, from data science also. But these are the Python basics required for every, where you are a CS grads or other stream grads, right? So let's start. But before going to jump into the Python, today we will discuss about the mathematical operations of the Python. But before that, I need to make you understand the packages that will be required to build up the data science pipeline, right? Before, where we have to code, right? We have different data science libraries that where can I get all those libraries together? So yes, there is an option called Anaconda. Search in the Google www.anaconda.com. This Anaconda, this is an integrated package for all tools like Jupyter Notebook, NumPy, all the libraries, Matplotlib, for plotting, for coding, whatever the libraries to perform mathematical operations and data science operations, all these libraries come in an integrated package called Anaconda. So this is individual addition. If you are a student, if you want to learn the data science, then you should go for the individual addition if you are not a corporate company, if you are not in a corporates, right? So click on download, it will be directed to the bottom side. So here you'll be getting, you don't need to install Python separately. You'll be getting packaged Python with this installer only, Anaconda. It will take care of Python. So just click on this 64-bit graphic installer. There, if you have a PC, you have different configuration. You can if you have a Linux, then you can follow the Linux guidelines. So I have Windows, so I'll click on this. Then exe file will be downloaded. Then what you have to do next, you have to follow the installation instruction given here. You have to click on that exe file. Then you will be getting this. You have to select the destination folder where you want to install. Okay, and then next, then you have to, if I would prefer to add to environment path variable and then install. After installation complete, you'll get finish it, right? If you get any doubt in the installation, write in the comment section. If you are a computer grad, you are very smart, you can do anything alone. But if you are from other backgrounds, okay, you're getting problem in installation, then I'll help you personally. Just write in the comment that I am unable to install this, okay? After installation, in the Windows, you have to search for the app called Jupyter Notebook. Either you can search for Anaconda Navigator, or you can search for Jupyter Notebook. So you will see these kind of interface, okay? This kind of interface you'll see, okay? These are your computer folders only. I am using, see, Jupyter Notebook open in a browser, okay? Open in a browser. So no need to like any ID or something like that, It's just a browser based. So here different folders of the computer. I have saved one file that is Python tutorial in for non-CS grads. So I'm using this file for my tutorial. So I'll just click on this file. Okay. You can create new file also. Just go into documents, go back. Okay. You want to create in a document. Just click on the document and select here new. What do you want? Python 3 file. So click on the Python 3. So new file will be created. Now you can rename this file. You can rename this file by clicking here. You can rename also. I have given the name Python tutorial CS grads, right? So just I'm cancelling because I have already this file. Okay. So today my agenda is to teach you about the mathematical operation. The first that heading I have given arithmetic operation. So how can I give headings? So what you have to do? See. Okay. So I have given heading. So what you have to select? Yeah, in here you have to select the heading. He put the heading, okay, and then what did if either you want to run this, but these are the cells, different cells, okay. if you want to run this particular cell, then what you have to do, you have to just click on the run button, or either you can hit the run button, or you can, the shortcut key is shift plus enter. Just hit shift plus enter, this will be executed, right? Okay. Now this cell is there. Okay, this cell I am performing nothing, but I am giving you information about some arithmetic operators that you should know. So let's discuss one by one these operators. So first one, that is just addition, you know very well. Second one, that is subtraction, then division. What is this double? What is this double indicating? Double division. This is indicating the integer division. Now what is this integer division, sir? So 7, if I divide 7 by 2, what the result I will get? I will tell it 3.5, right? But it will ignore this decimal part, it will give only me 3, right? I am doing integer division, right? So whatever the remaining part is there, that will be ignored, right? Now the next operator is a modulus operator. Now what the modulus operator does? So modulus operator returns the remainder, okay? So what is the remainder? If I divide, let's take 11 by 2. So if I divide 11 by 2, you know the remainder is 1, right? So it will return the remainder of the division operation. That's the modulo operator. Now what is this star last operator? This is indicating the exponent or a power. So if I write 2 star 3, means what it is indicate? 2 raised to power 3. What is 2 raised to power 3? 8, like that. If I write 2 star 4, means it's the exponent, right? So it is exponential operation, 2 raised to power 4 is equal to 16, like that. So I hope you understood. Now let's execute this kind of thing by code. So I am writing here a simple Python code. So see, first operation I am performing 3 plus 2, let's take 3 plus 3 I want to do. What is this operation 3 plus 2? 3 plus 3, it should return me 6. So 3 plus 3, I returning 6. See, I am getting the output, but I haven't used the print statement. You know, in Python, if you want to print anything in the output, you have to use the print statement. Okay, it's a standard key function in the Python. Okay, print function. But I haven't used it over here because see, in this particular cell, this is only a single statement, right? That's why I don't need to use any print. It will directly give me the output. Here also 3 minus 2. Let's take 3 minus 3. It should return the result 0. 3 minus 3, I should get the result 0. Now here are two statements. I told you, if you are in your cell only single statement is there, that will be executed by default. No need to read the print statement. But see, I am performing two operations. Let's take, I am adding 3 plus 4 and I am subtracting, let's take 5 minus 3. So 5 minus 3 I am subtracting. So here are two statements, but see, I am getting only output 2. See, computer execute the program instruction, first execute this and this, but I am getting output only for this last one because the last one executed by default, right? So if you want to see the output for this also, you have to keep it in a print statement, right? Print 3 plus 4. So print 3 plus 4, now I will get two outputs, right? 3 plus 4, 7 and 5 minus 3, 2, right? So you have to use the print statement. If it is a single statement or a last statement in a cell, in particular cell, then it executed by default, okay? If you hit shift enter. Now 5 divided by 4, 1.25, either I can select this run button, run I will get the output, or I can use like shift enter. Let me change some. Let's 11 divided by 2, 11 divided by 3, what I get? Shift enter. So I'll get 3.66, right? Either you can use run button or shift enter. That is a shortcut, shift plus enter to run the cell, okay? Now this is what this double indicating. It is doing the integer division. Now let's divide me 11 divided by 3. So it should return the integer division, 11 divided by 3. See, all these are the different functionality they have. So I'll explain them one by one. So 11 division 3. What I am getting 3. I already told you this is the integer division. Whatever there after the decimal point, it will ignore that. So after decimal point, this number is there, so it is ignoring that, so only giving the result 3. So integer division. It will not give any float, okay? Now 13 modulo 3. What is this modulo? It returns the remainder of division. When I divide 13 by 3, I get the remainder. 3 4s are 12. I get the remainder 1. So that's why I am getting the remainder. It returns the remainder, modulo operator. Now 7 modulo 2, I get the remainder 1, right? So I hope you are getting what I'm not going that fast because this is a mathematical operation. Everybody can understand. I already told you 2x star 4 is the exponent or the power 2 raised to power 4. So of course it will give the result 16. Let me create new cell. See, I want to create a cell between these two cells, right? So you have to just click on this plus button. The new cell will be created over here, right? So let's take 2 raised to power, I want to see 5. What is 2 raised to power 5? So if I hit shift enter, then it will be 32, right? So like that, 2 raised to power 5. How? 2 raised to power 5. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, right? 2 5 times 2, it will be 32. This is the result I am getting over here. Okay. Now let's proceed further. Here 3 statements are there. These executed by default. I have to use print statement to get the result of these two, right? Already explained. So if I hit shift enter, I am getting 2 cube is 8, 4 cube is 64 and 3 cube is 27. Now the last is the order of operation. What is the order of operation? Now in mathematics there is a rule that we set up in earlier we have studied in a school, that is a BODMAS, board mass. So what is this? This is a bracket, division, multiplication, addition and subtraction, right? So bracket has highest priority, then division, then multiplication, then addition and subtraction as a least priority. So operation should be in this complicated expression. Okay, let me just copy this operation from here and paste it here. Okay, I don't want this cell now, right? So I need to delete it. So just place this cut button, so it will be deleted. Okay, now I want to execute. See, after bracket, I haven't mentioned, we have studied this in a school, right? But actually when you go into the college, it is like that. BE bracket after exponent after bracket, exponents are the highest priority, and then division, multiplication, addition and subtraction, like that. Okay, so this is E means the power or exponent. So here is the bracket, so it should have a highest priority, right? Now bracket should have a highest priority. So 5, now exponent as a, now next priority is given to the exponent, right? So this operation must be executed first. So 5 star 3 will be 5 raised to power 3 will be 5 cube will be 125. Now next, what is next? Now next is subtraction, but subtraction has a least priority. But I told you bracket has given a whatever in the bracket that will be executed first. Okay, sorry, whatever there in the bracket that will be executed first, because of course subtraction has least priority, but it is there in the bracket, so bracket has the highest priority, so subtraction will be executed first. Okay, so 125 minus 12. So 5 to it will be 130. Now, okay, now bracket over. Now I will look at this part. So see, in this particular part, okay, which has the highest priority? Division, right? After exponent, division. There is no exponent here, right? Division. So 12 divided by, so 12 divided by 6, right? So 12 divided by 6, how much it will be? From this operation, we have got 113 we got. 12 divided by 6, how much it will be? 2, right? I'll get 2 over here. And now the next priority is BOBE, okay, DMAS, right? So next priority is multiplication. So 2 multiplied with 4, right? Multiplication has highest priority, so 2 operator, the Okay, so multiplication of two terms will be performed, right? 2 multiplied by 4, that will be 8. Now next priority is the addition. Where is the addition performed? Addition is there between these two, right? So what is this result? 113. Now plus 3 will be added, so it will be 116. Now the last priority is subtraction. So what is this? Subtraction is here minus 4. So this result, right, I'll be subtracting through this result, right? This, okay? So 116 minus 8, because this 4, 12, 12 for the 8. So 116 minus 8, I'll be getting result 108. Okay? If you don't understand this, you can write in a comment. I'll explain you properly. Okay? So just let me execute this code. Just follow that, execute this code. I'll get the result 108. Okay? So I hope you must have understood the order of operation, right? So if you like the video, then you can share this video with your friends. You can like the video, and you can also hit the bell icon to get a notification for whenever I post the new video on the Python. Also subscribe the channel. You'll getting really valuable information if you want to get into data science. So thank you for watching the video.